Good afternoon, gentle peeps. So today we're actually going to work on starting to take down the pool because it's getting winter. It's 75 degrees today, and it's probably not going to get much warmer, maybe 80, but that water will never be a good temperature it is to swim. I want to work on this winter on doing some leveling and different things and do some landscaping. So we're actually going to take the pool down completely. So I'm going to go through each process, how to take it down correctly, and then you can see that if you do have to take your pool down from the very beginning to the end, how to do it. So wish me luck, and let's go through it and see how we do. Thanks for watching. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to yes, Axel. We're going to take down the shade cloth first. That way we can get a good area to work in and get around the pool easier for the shade cloth. It's not going to matter anyway once we're going to take it down and put it up for the winter also. So I'm going to work on getting that taken off first. All right, we're going to speed this up a little bit while I'm taking this sunshade down. Again, just make sure that you're taking anything down that's over the pool, around the pool, things you're going to step on when you're trying to move the pool or fold the pool. It's definitely good to have everything in your area cleaned up, taken down before you start folding the pool up and getting ready to put in storage. So again, my biggest thing right here is a sunshade. I have some bricks around the edges that I'm going to pick up. I also have stairs and a thing for my dogs to go up that I'm going to take down. That's taken care of now, so our next step will be to start draining from the pool. Best way to do that is do some backwashing. That way that you get that taken care of, get the backwash. And what we'll do is we'll backwash it, get some of the junk out of the sand filter before we start cleaning it. All right. What we want to do is we want to backwash it and clean it out good before we actually just start letting it go to waste. So I always close it first. Get the cap off here. Again, I'm just going to put this on here just to get some waste from backwashing. Clean that sand out real good before we start unhooking everything. Again, we're going to turn on backwash. We're going to run out some of this nasty water that's been built up here the last few days. You can probably tell all the nasty water that's in there. So we're going to let that backwash. And again, we're doing that way we can get it good and cleaned up. Good rinsing real quick. Again, that's rinsing is just setting that sand and cleaning it out a little bit. I just want to get all that done before I unhook it, because we're actually going to run the waste through here. And again, if you look, you can see the color of the water that came out of there from the inside the sand was dirty. Once you give it a good rinsing, turn this off, and what we're going to actually do is we're going to do a backwash. So for now, we're just going to backwash some of this water out of here. So we can get some of that water out and get the level down. I'm going to go ahead and close this intake valve, because we're not going to be running this anymore. The outtake. The outlet. Go ahead and lock that up, because we're not going to be doing the outlet anymore. We're going to let the water run out of here. So right now we're just kind of letting some backwash water come out. And hang on one second. I think one more thing. Put on backwash. So what we want to do now, like I said, we want to put it on waste. So you'll see waste on your sand pump or sand filter. Now we'll put it there. So that's going to take it straight out of the pool and out here. We'll let that run back in there for a little bit, take some of this top level water off, and then we'll actually run a long hose out to the street. So I'm gonna let a little bit come out right here. This will kind of suck some of these bugs and stuff off of here. Down into here. Really and truly, that just kind of keeps anything from going in the filter. Keep letting it suck that in. It's going to pull the water from the pool. It's going to pull the water from the pool to the waste, but at the same time, it's going to filter through this Hayward filter, Hayward skimmer, and then my skimmer bucket in here. Both of them are going to keep any trash and leaves really coming through here. Don't really have a whole lot on top of the pool right now. We just want to get some of the top water off, lower it a little bit, and then we'll go from there. We'll go ahead and put our thermometer and our chlorine skimmer floater thing for our chlorine tabs. We'll go ahead and stick those in the shed for the winter time because we don't need those on the pool anymore. So we'll put those up. All right, gentle peeps, so that's just the first. We're getting started. Next, we'll start unhooking these probably Sunday. I've got a sub pump coming that I ordered on Amazon. I'll put in the description below. So hopefully that will help the water come out quicker. It's supposed to do up to 3,000 gallons per hour on level, up to 6 feet, probably about 2,000 gallons per hour. So that's gonna be super fast. But we can get a lot of it out of it right now, just running it through the pumps and the waste and get it out of there. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Hello, gentle peeps. Good morning. How are you doing? All right, it's a nice Sunday morning here in Oklahoma, and today we're going to be opening. This is the 7 Deco, D-E-K-O. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Deco. It's a 1 horsepower, 750 watt sub pump. I got to help drain the pool. So we'll open that up this morning here. Here's all the parts. Again, this is 1 horsepower. It's supposed to do up to like, I think it said like 3,000 gallons of water per hour, but if you're going uphill or up a hill, so maybe this is 5 feet, 4 feet, it may be about 2,000 or 1,500 gallons per hour. So we're going to see how fast it actually goes to get the water out. So that'd be pretty neat to see. And of course it came in damaged. Okay, well, lovely. All right, so last time I started doing this Deco sub pump. I got on Amazon, I opened it up and it was broke. So we're gonna hope that this one's not broke. But the great thing about it is I went on Amazon and they sent me another one within 1 day. That was fast, but what it was, the other one had a crack in it. The other one had a crack right here. Looks pretty good. Looks like there's no cracks or anything in it. There's a little adapter on here. Good long power cord. So we can run some power to it. I think we run a long ways to get power, but it's alright. This way we can power it up and see how it works. This is your let's see what that's all about. It's your float. And again, this goes on here. Like this, like so. Use your water. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this off. That's for a water hose. type of deal. And we have an 1.5 inch hose that we're going to use on there, and that should be the 1.5 inch there. So we'll see if that works. So anyway, let me get it hooked up and I'll be back and show you what we get started about getting the pumping the water out. All right, thanks for watching. All right, gentle peeps. So I actually did have to put that nipple on there because I have a 1.5 inch back hose I'm gonna put on here. So I got it on there with a metal clamp, and I'm gonna put it down in the water and turn it on and see how it starts sucking the water out. So wish me luck. All right, so I stuck it down in there and it is like pumping this water out. I can hear it down here through the pump. As you can see, this hose filled up fast. It sucked right in there. And actually I can hear it down there, so I'm gonna have to go out there and see if I can run that a little further down out to the curb. Anyway, all right, it's working. All right, it's working good. I got it going down into my drain, which then, of course, it's going out to the ground. Well, my drain comes out. Right here. It goes out to the curb. And one good thing is cleaning that drain out, so that's a good thing. Clean that out for the winter time. But now all the water will just run down the curbs, down the street. So we'll see how it does. One way to get rid of the water out of your pool. All right, this sucker is taking the water out fast, way faster than I did ever before with the water hose and trying to just pump it out. It's taking that water straight out there, out to the front where I showed you a while ago. And like I said, it's supposed to do like 3,000 gallons per hour, but being that it's got a little bit of a lip on it, probably about 1,500 to 2,000. So anyway, I started about 2, and I'm going to see where we're at about 3, and so far and so forth. And, anyway, it's way easier. Last time we used a water hose and it drained out really slow through siphoning, and then we used buckets to get the last part. So I'm hoping that this does a really good job of getting a lot of it out for us. So definitely a way to get the water out of your pool for the winter time. Thanks for watching. All right, there, gentle peeps. So we're about 23 minutes into the sub pump, pumping the water, and you can tell it's already down to this level. So my skimmer basket, now I can go ahead and start removing that. And put it up for the winter time. So best thing to do when you're removing anything that you're going to put it back up next year is to just take it off, clean it really well. That way it's good and clean and good and dry for pack up for winter time. All your hoses, everything, all the water should be out of them. They should be clean. Again, just letting that water keep going down, and that sub pump over there, right there, is still pulling that water out really well. So fixing to take this off and clean it and get it ready for the winter time put up. All right, thanks. All righty, so it's been about another 10 minutes or so. Water's still going down. That's great. So what I do is wash off all my pieces. I put my screws in my gasket in a Ziploc bag after they dried, and I'm gonna put it all back in the box that it came from. That way I can seal it up for the winter time. And I try to keep all my boxes with all my pieces of different things that are going on. That way I can box everything back up for the winter time and be ready. So the next thing we'll start working on, here's my hole where it was, is we'll start working on taking the sand filter part. It's actually pretty good now. Just below the outlet port over there, so I can actually start taking it apart and cleaning it. A lot more cleaning of this because I got to take it apart and clean all that sand out. And that's if you remember, if you go back and watch this video, you can see what it takes to clean up a sand filter. And so I got to clean it all out just like I did there. But this time I'm not putting anything in, I'm gonna put it back in the box. All right, here we go. All right, gentle peeps. So now we're slowly taking all this apart, the sand filter. Hard part's still coming up to do that. But what I'm doing is clean everything really good, and then I'm just letting it dry here. And then I'm putting it right back into the box that it came in. My Intex sand filter box I kept. So that way I know what it is when winter time's over and I want to get it back out and get started building it. And now, like I told you, I checked 1 hour from actually the time I started pumping. And look at that. Already, it's 1 hour and it's already almost halfway gone. I'd probably say a little bit more than half's left, but not much. So again, we'll check it again at about 4 o'clock and see what it looks like. It's about 3 o'clock now. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go ahead and completely dry this and finish taking the sand out of this. Again, that video, we'll go back and look at how to get the sand out good. We'll work on that. All right, thanks for watching. All right, gentle peeps, we're just a tiny bit over 2 hours, 2 hours and about 5 minutes. And you can see, first of all, look at all the dirt. You know how dirty it was until it started getting down to the end. But I hadn't done nothing to it in 2 weeks while I was waiting for a day to come out and do the pump. But there's the pump still going. You can see the water still going through here. Still pumping out. Not quite as heavy as it was, but again, it's only 2 hours. It's down that far. I don't know how you actually done yours before, but me, it took several days with a water hose. Just hooked up to the little plugs over there at the right down there. There's a little plug the water hose fits in, and it's supposed to let it drain. And it took forever. And then we still had buckets and doing all that. I've got a wet vac. I'm going to clean the bottom of it once I get it to a lower enough level. But today, I'm going to keep on letting this go as much as it will go. And then tomorrow I will jump in and with my feet and get in there and so I can do some cleaning. So I want to get it good and clean before I let it dry. I am going to let it completely dry out, and then I'm going to fold it up. I'll take it apart and fold it up, and that way I can pack it up good and dry. Plus I cleaned off the outside, so the ground's all kind of dirty right now. Anyway, that's it. I'm letting it run, and we'll check in. Thanks. All right, gentle peeps. So we're exactly 3 hours in. Look at that. Last time it took me 3 days to get down to that level. So that pump is amazing. Now I've just hooked up the water hose on the other side of my doggo right there to go to the back of the yard. So this sub pump is gonna have to stop here in a minute because it's gonna get too low for it, I think. I don't know, since I've never used it. We'll see how far it goes down. But the great thing about it is I leave it in there, and unfortunately it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So when the rainwater goes in and comes up, it'll start pumping that out. So we'll keep it rolling and get in there later and see all this yuckiness, all that yuckiness. I'm gonna clean all that up and then let it, after it rains and get it cleaned up, then I'll let it dry real good. So it's definitely a process, but this made a 3-day process into a 3-hour process. So that's pretty amazing. Hello, gentle peeps. So if you look real close, I put a zip tie up on that to hold that the little ball thing up to keep the sub pump to keep sucking, because it got down to the very bottom and I went around and I cleaned the edges real good with just a regular old shop broom. Now I'm going to suck out the rest of this junk and everything that was in the bottom, and we'll see how much that will suck out. I let as much out as I could here, so again I'm just going to keep on working to get the last bit out of it, and then I got to let it clean up real good and dry. Then I'll be ready to start taking down all the legs and all that stuff. So continue watching, appreciate it. All right, gentle peeps. I also forgot to tell you that I'm starting to take this down too. I took off the platform where the dog sled was, the scamper ramp, that's what it's called. So anyway, I'm taking that down, and I'm be taking these stairs down. That way I can, when I pack up the pool, I can move it into the shed for the winter time. So I'm taking all that down, but the water's almost completely gone now. Now it's just a bunch of leaves and stuff. So that pump worked good the way I had it. You got all the water down. So the rest of it, I'm going to take a wet bag too, and probably so I can get all the leaves and stuff that are on the very, very bottom. But that'll be for tomorrow. Today's enough time for that. So thanks for watching. All right, good morning, gentle peeps. So this morning, I got in here. You can't really see from that angle. I got in here and got a lot of leaves out, and I started cleaning the pool, getting all the junk out of the bottom. And then, of course, now it's raining, so it doesn't do much good to get in there. It's going to be filling up with water. Hopefully it don't rain a whole lot. There's enough that it's not fun out there trying to clean it when it's getting all wet and raining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this video off. Just make sure you check out some of our other pool videos and things you like. And since this one's getting so long, and I'll do a part 2 of tearing the pool down for winter, because I probably won't be able to get back on it until it's good and dry and raining, and the rain is done. And I'm probably gonna, by the time that's done, I'll probably get back in and do some more cleaning of it. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and make sure you check on part 2 when I make it. All right, thanks.